let's move now to the third service on the SDG 13. It's the service on affected buildings and people, and Miguel will present the service.
Thank you for the presentation. Well, I'm Miguel again. Probably you remember me from before lunch. And well, let's to present the service number 3, affected buildings and people. Well, the table of contents. We will follow this structure. Well, let's start. Why? Well, this pilot is focused on the Sahel region. Probably, as you already know, is very affected, especially due to climate change by floods. In the recent years, there have increased a lot the impact of floods in the region, and also, of course, by droughts that affect the people. Well, and this is very important, as we will see later, why this region is very important for us. Speaking from a security point of view, Sahel matters a lot, because a lot of people who try to arrive later to Europe come from the Sahel and the region, and if climate change is making this area very affected by this kind of disasters, it will increase a lot the people who try to arrive to Europe. So it's like a climate migration. This is the name. So the word is, I think it's pretty clear, is Sahel. Okay, so I have answered both questions in once. And how we, well, as in all the pilots, we combine Earth observation, of course, trying to extract as much as possible information from the Copernicus program, but also we included different geospatial datasets and, well, different kind of data that we were able to extract. And we focused on 2 main kind of disasters, the floods and the droughts. And also we validated all the developed with the United Nations Disaster Risk Reduction Program, also the WFP, and the Copernicus Security External Service. Well, regarding the team involved, here I didn't include 𝗬𝗪𝗺 and 𝗬𝗪𝗰𝗂𝗵, but they are there, and they were part of the development part, well, the integration in the platform and so on. And from that end, well, Michele, probably you know who he is, but he's in parental leave, me and Ines, who was an intern. Well, the methodology, on one hand we have floods, on the other hand we have droughts. So let's start with floods. The idea was to start using Sentinel-1, Sentinel-2 to extract the area that was affected by floods, and later compare this area with the number of people who is living there and so on. But this was not possible due to most of the floods in the region are fast floods. So once we have the image from Sentinel-2 or Sentinel-1, I don't care, we cannot extract we cannot delineate the area affected by the flood. So we had to think outside the box, and on one hand we had the 𝗪𝗵𝗲𝗃 database, that is a database with a lot of events of floods with different information. And the most important information for us was the number of affected people and also the affected buildings, let's say, for each event. So this was our ground truth. Also, we extracted regarding the part of the hazard, we had from the SMAP product the soil moisture, the different basins, and also we had the precipitation of each hydro basin from the teach product. And on the exposure side, well, we extracted the buildings from OpenStreetMap and also combined with the land use land cover from the ESA's world cover at 10 meters, and also the population from the global human settlement layer. We put all of this data and we train a model, a regression model, a random forest model, to try to, having only the part of the exposure and hazards, be able to estimate the number of affected people and buildings. Well, we used 5 years for training the model, and 3 years, then from 2021 to 2023, to validate the results. That was the methodology that we developed regarding floods. Well, regarding droughts was probably was easier to understand, because what we did is, okay, let's extract the SPI, the precipitation anomalies, also the soil moisture, vegetation status from the NDVI, all of these different, let's say, proxies for regarding the drought condition. And we extract a weighted composite drought index. And for each administrative level that was in our interest area, we compute the number of affected, the potential number of affected people due to the drought. Okay, regarding the eco-design, well, we started with the requirements. So the Sahel, let's to monitor the SDGs-EYES, so we can see that the estimated affected people. Okay, but during the sprint 1.1, we realized that there were a lot of gaps of information in this area. Okay, so we had to tackle this issue, and we started to prototyping the draft and drought model pipelines, and creating some mock-ups on how to visualize and represent these indicators. We had a first demo, and well, what we developed at the initial state, we presented this in the in the IGARS of 2024, that was in Athens, and later in the research and development cycle 2, the sprint 2.1, we start to refine all the development, and finally in the sprint 2.2 we already had let's say the final version of the pilot, and we also published a paper explaining all the development that we carried out regarding the floods in the remote sensing journal. Well, now we are in the final demo. I don't have a video, so I'm going to represent in live the demonstration. So let's see if this is possible. Okay, you can see, yeah, fantastic. I don't remember but I hear in the notes, but I don't know how to access to the notes. Someone can help me? No, no, no. In the notes are the credentials, but I don't know who.
The notes to what?
In the notes of the presentation.
Yeah, of this slide.
Ah.
So
Here.
Oh, cool.
Okay, thank you.
Please update the password later on because everybody's looking at it.
It doesn't matter, so it's not very confidential. I don't know who to, because I don't. Please.
No, actually, you can't access this. How can I access this? No. It's unaccessible. Wait a second.
I can write.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Maybe
do
the
that.
the fastest way. Okay. Thank you, Malik. Let's see if it works. Okay.
no. But this is a technical issue that we cannot really solve in the sense.
One second.
We recommend the user to write down somewhere the right credentials to access the platform.
Exactly. Oh, well, this is new.
What is? This is for Stefano, or?
Reload. Okay.
Ah, okay, good.
Once again.
We can maybe take a break. No.
Thank you.
Oh, what do you think? We can take a break now, and we can start in 5 minutes later on. We can take now the coffee break, so Gisnu and Miguel can work and can solve this issue with Stefano as well, and we can re-meet at 5 minutes past 4. Va bene, 5:04. Yeah. Let's meet in 15 minutes.
Yes, it's the same that I put.
No, it's because like somebody's already logged in with that username, so it could be that. Yeah. So somebody's already logged in, or it's actually in the. Yeah. It's up.
Okay, perfect. What happened?
No, somebody was already like logged in, so with the same credentials, so you couldn't go back there. So that's a problem.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So
I was checking everything was up and say what was wrong.
perfect.
Hey. Hello. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much, Thomas, for the collaboration. And let's start again with Miguel. And now we have the real time online presentation of the service. Miguel, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. So I think I hope now we will be able to do it. Well, I was before the break. I was trying to show in the real-time example of our platform. So first we have this is the platform. So on one hand we have the flat interface, and on the other the drought. Let's start with the flat one. So in this example we are going to monitor a flood that occurred in May, 23rd August last year, 2024. So automatically we can put here 𝗫𝗵𝗺, and the coordinates will appear automatically. We have to select when we want to monitor the effects of this event. And well, here we have to put our email, because in some cases, not some cases, always the platform needs some time to compute the final results. Now it's going to be super fast, because as we can see here, this has already been computed. So the platform the platform has already the results and only has to display it. In this case, we had more than 1,300 houses affected and only 5 people affected. So this is a way how to apply the that we developed. So, but let's to see more. So here we have all the administrative regions in the Sahel, where we can apply this algorithm. In the middle we have in blue the administrative regions of Niger that are in Sahel, and we have different numbers. For example, here 29, 6. All of these numbers are the already included flood records according to the Dissemination database. For example, let's do here we have this. So there are 6. If we click, we can see the different 6 events. Well, for example, in this one, it happened 2016, and no affected people, no affected houses. Okay, so in this one, well, 2020, 1 affected people and around less than 800 affected houses. So, but this is not computed by the platform. This is imported from I repeat, imported from the Dissemination database. So at the end, this database was used for training and also validating the method. If we would like to ask for a new one, so for example here we can put 𝗫𝗵𝗺, so that it appears automatically coordinates. And if we change here the year, we request for 2023, for example, press the button calculate. Okay, the results for this location and date will be sent via email in half an hour, more or less. So this is what will happen if a real user will ask for this tool. So the idea is quite simple: is using this, be able to monitor the areas that you are interested. Also, we can, yes, it is here. We can check for, instead of each location, we can check for the administrative region. This was requested by the potential users during our webinar, because, well, for them it will be very interesting to have the data, the output per each administrative region. So, okay, so that was exactly what we did. So this administrative region is Zinder inside Niger, and here we can see all the different events, the flood events, with all the affected houses and people in which we have records, and so on and so on. So that's the platform of the of flats. So well, sorry, very important. We have here the legend in which, okay, regarding we have the different colors of the related to affected people, and also the size of the markers related to affected houses. Very quite easy to understand. Let's move to drought. In the case of drought, instead of the whole Sahel, we only have data for Niger, because it was like a smaller demo. Well, but the functionality is more or less the same. So we can select the administrative region in which we are interested. For example, this one. And it seems that no affected people by droughts in this case. Why? Well, because in January this area usually is not affected by droughts, so we can put it to, for example, August 2020 is okay. Well, on the case of the droughts, only 3 years were considered, 2020 until 2022. Let's update the map. Okay, let's move to here. So if you see here. Okay, here we see different patterns. According to the legend, okay, the gray is no drought, and here in this region we have a mild drought. Okay, so for example, here the whole administrative region is affected by a mild drought, so the 100% of the people of this region is affected by, is potentially affected by this drought. And the case of mixed region, for example, this one, well, okay, exactly, we have part of the population not affected and part affected. So, and we can continuously changing and updating the map to see the different patterns. It seems that August 2022 was less affected by the drought than August 2021, and continuously the same. This is how works the platform that was developed within pilot 5. And continuing to the, I don't know, I'm not an Apple user, so I don't want to close it. This is the green or the red button. Do you know? Someone can help me? Exit full screen. Let's see what happens. Okay, thank you. Come back to the, this is not mine. This is the pilot 3, I think. User interface, pilot 3, I don't know where is my presentation. I want to go back to the presentation.
Ah, okay, can I?
Okay, good.
Thank you. My abilities with Apple are not the best. Okay, so we demonstrated the floods, also the drought platforms in real life with real problems, as we already seen. And well, the challenges of this pilot and this service number 3. Well, first of all, the gaps in the data. I started the presentation saying that our first idea was to use Sentinel-1 and Sentinel-2 to extract the real affected area by floods, to be able to extract the affected people and affected houses, crossing overlapping the different layers. This was not possible because most of the cases we have fast floods, so we cannot there is not an alignment between the acquisition time of the image and when the flood happened, and also due to the gaps into the data, because in my opinion the Cimentar database is not the best, but it's what we have. I mean, we don't have a local database there that say us with a lot of accuracy or precision. the day 23 of August, there was a flood that affected this number of people. No, this doesn't happen in this part of the region, and you have what you have. So finally, you have to try to maximize what is possible to do it. These ones also. Another challenge was the ground observations, because I mean, in Sentinel-1, Sentinel-2, you can work at 10 meters spatial resolution, but if you are using the SMAP product that the spatial resolution is 9 kilometers, or the 𝗪𝗫𝗃 precipitation, we are talking about kilometers of pixel spacing. So this also limits quite the potential of this, but again, related to gaps in the data. And also, well, another challenge is the complex hazard dynamic, because well, it's sadly the same that I started saying, that most of the cases using only Earth observation was not possible to extract the real affected extension of the flood. Finally, regarding the exploitation and sustainability of what we developed, well, there is an operational uptake, or some potential partners who will be or have demonstrated interest in this solution. For example, the United Nations Disaster Risk Reduction, because, well, during our webinar, it seems that they were completely interested in this, but we have not started to talk with them regarding this. Also, the scalability, I think this is very, very important, because what we developed at the end has the potential to be applied everywhere, because we are using global products, so we don't care if we are talking in the Sahel or the Mediterranean basin, or any place. Any place can be we can apply this everywhere. And regarding long-term sustainability, yes, this is also completely feasible, because, well, we are using open datasets, and everything has been programmed in Python. We have Jupyter workflows to apply all the pipelines. So this is completely sustainable in long term. And well, and finally, the future opportunities. Well, this also is very interesting, because it could be an opportunity to expand what we developed to other different locations with more, let's say, conflict-sensitive prone areas, or also try to develop some anticipatory action and indicators, so modifying a little bit what we developed. And that's all from my side. Thank you everything.
Thank you, Miguel.